The first time Liam Carter saw the planet Arindra, he thought it looked like a dream that someone had forgotten to wake from. From the window of the transport shuttle, oceans of glowing blue forests stretched across the horizon. Towering crystal spires rose from the surface like frozen lightning, catching the light of 2 distant suns. The entire world shimmered with colors Earth had never known. Liam was just a human engineer. He had been hired by the Galactic Coalition to help repair an ancient communication network orbiting Arindra. It was supposed to be a quiet 6-month contract far from the chaos of Earth. But the moment his shuttle landed, Liam realized something was wrong. Royal guards surrounded the landing platform, and they were waiting for him. Their armor looked almost alive, smooth silver plates that shifted like liquid metal. Their eyes glowed faintly violet, and each carried a long energy spear. One stepped forward. "Human Liam Carter," the guard said in careful galactic standard. "You will come with us." Liam blinked. Did I break a law already?" "You have been summoned." "By who?" The guard hesitated. "Her Highness." The palace of Arindra floated above the capital city. Literally floated. Massive rings of white stone hovered in the air, suspended by anti-gravity fields older than most civilizations. Bridges of light connected each level, and waterfalls poured downward into empty sky before dissolving into mist. Liam had repaired fusion reactors, asteroid mines, and starship engines. But this place made him feel like a caveman walking into heaven. The guards escorted him through glowing corridors filled with alien artwork and silent attendants. Finally, they reached enormous doors. The guards opened them. Inside stood the throne room, and seated upon a throne of living crystal was the most beautiful being Liam had ever seen. Princess Aelira of Arindra. Her skin shimmered faintly silver, like moonlight across water. Long white hair flowed down her shoulders, and her eyes glowed a deep, luminous blue. She looked both young and ancient at the same time. Her gaze locked onto Liam, and something in her expression changed. Not curiosity, recognition. Liam scratched the back of his neck awkwardly. Hi. The court murmured in shock. Aelira slowly rose from her throne. "Leave us," she said quietly. The entire royal court froze. "My princess," one advisor began. "Now." No one dared argue. Within seconds, the enormous throne room was empty, except for Liam, and the alien princess staring at him like she had just seen a ghost. Aelira walked slowly toward him. Every step echoed softly across the crystal floor. "You don't remember," she said. Liam frowned. "Should I?" She studied his face carefully. 3 years ago, a small human cargo vessel had crashed on the edge of Arindra's forbidden northern forests. Liam remembered that part very clearly. He had been transporting spare engineering equipment when a meteor storm shredded his engines. His ship had fallen out of orbit and burned across the sky like a dying star. He barely survived the crash. But he hadn't been alone out there. When Liam finally spoke, his voice was quiet. "You were the injured woman in the forest." Aelira nodded slowly. That night had been chaos. Aelira had been traveling in secret when her royal escort was ambushed by rebels who opposed the Arindran crown. Her guards were killed. She had barely escaped with her life, wounded and alone in the wild forests. Then she found Liam's crashed ship. Or rather, Liam found her. He didn't know she was royalty. He didn't even know she was alien at first. All he saw was someone hurt. So he helped her. He carried her back to his broken ship, cleaned her wounds, and stayed awake 3 nights, making sure she survived. And when Arindran search teams finally arrived, Liam was already unconscious from exhaustion. They took the princess. They erased all records of the incident. And Liam? They quietly repaired his ship and sent him on his way. For security reasons. He was never supposed to know. Liam laughed softly. So that's it? You dragged me across the galaxy just to say thank you. Alira's expression darkened. No. Something in her voice made Liam uneasy. There is more. He crossed his arms. All right, I'm listening. For a moment, the princess seemed unsure how to begin. Then she spoke. During the time you cared for me, something happened. Liam raised an eyebrow. You mean like medical stuff? Her eyes flashed. No. She stepped closer. Too close. Her voice trembled slightly. Irindrans share a biological bond with those who save our lives. It is ancient and very rare. Liam frowned. I don't follow. Alira took a slow breath. Neither of us understood it then. The room suddenly felt very quiet. Then she said the words that shattered Liam's world. You cannot leave, Liam. Her hands clenched. I'm carrying your child. For several seconds, Liam didn't speak, didn't move, didn't breathe. Then he blinked. I'm sorry, what? Alira's expression hardened. You heard me. That's not possible, Liam said quickly. We didn't even, he stopped mid-sentence. Because suddenly he remembered something strange about those nights in the crashed ship. Something he had dismissed at the time. The glowing light that had surrounded Alira while she slept. The strange warmth in the air. The way she had grabbed his hand once and refused to let go. Back then, he assumed it was some alien medical reaction. Now he wasn't so sure. This bond, Liam said slowly. You're saying it created a child? Yes. And you're certain it's mine? Alira's glowing eyes met his. There is no doubt. Liam ran a hand through his hair. This is insane. You saved my life, she replied quietly. Our species binds itself to such moments. Liam paced across the throne room. This wasn't in my contract. Despite everything, Alira almost smiled. You're worried about contracts? I'm worried about raising an alien baby on a planet I've been on for 5 hours. Alira's expression changed. Her anger faded, and something softer appeared. You are not required to stay as a prisoner, she said gently. Liam stopped pacing. Then what? You may stay, as family. The weeks that followed were the most confusing of Liam's life. Irindra's royal scientists confirmed the truth. The child growing inside Alira carried both human and Irindran genetic markers. It was something the galaxy had never seen before. Half human, half royal alien. Some advisors panicked. Others saw opportunity. A hybrid heir could unite two civilizations, or start a war. But Alira ignored them all. She focused on Liam, and slowly, they began to understand each other. Liam discovered that beneath Alira's royal authority was someone surprisingly normal. She loved exploring the forests. She hated the endless palace ceremonies. And she laughed a lot when Liam tried to cook Earth food for her. You burned it again, she said once, staring at the smoking pan. It's called grilled, Liam argued. That is not grilled. That's grilled. It is black. That's flavor. For the first time in years, Alira laughed so hard she had to sit down. And Liam realized something strange. He didn't want to leave anymore. But peace rarely lasts long in royal courts. One night, the palace alarm screamed. Rebel forces attacked the capital. Ships filled the sky, firing at the floating palace rings. Explosions thundered across the horizon. Alira stood on the balcony overlooking the burning city. They came sooner than expected, she said quietly. Liam stepped beside her. What do they want? You. He blinked. Me? They believe the child will strengthen the royal bloodline. Her eyes hardened. They intend to destroy that future. Liam grabbed a nearby blaster rifle. Then we stopped them. Alira looked at him. You are not a soldier. Good thing engineers are good with weapon systems. Within minutes, Liam was inside the palace defense control room. He rewired targeting systems, rerouted shield generators, and reactivated ancient orbital cannons that hadn't fired in centuries. The rebels expected a palace. What they faced instead was a fortress. Energy beams ripped through attacking ships. Shield barriers flared across the sky. Within an hour, the rebel fleet was in full retreat. The capital was saved. And Liam stood in the command room covered in sweat and smoke. Aelira entered quietly behind him. You defended an entire world tonight. Liam shrugged. I just fixed a few things. She stepped closer. Our child will know that story. Months later, under the glow of Arindra's twin suns, the royal gardens were silent. Liam sat beside Aelira on a stone bench overlooking the glowing forests. Her hand rested over her stomach. You still have time to leave, she said softly. Liam shook his head. Nah. You're certain? He looked out across the alien world that had somehow become home.
Yeah.
Then he smiled slightly. I guess I got family here now. Aelira leaned her head against his shoulder. Far above them, the palace floated peacefully in the golden sky. And somewhere in the quiet future of that strange, beautiful world, a child would be born. A child who carried two worlds in their blood. A child who would change the galaxy forever. But for now, Liam Carter was exactly where he belonged.